Does it get any better than this? I kind of don't think so. Good morning. I am somewhere in southern Colorado. I know I'm south of Baxterville. That's about all I know. On a beautiful lake. Got here early yesterday and just had the best time hanging out here at camp. Got in the water with my pack raft. Just chilled. Watched some deer. It was incredible. Today's plan is keep heading north, get to Baxterville, make my way over to Creede, and then make my way over to Silverton, or at least in that area. Because tomorrow, Kara and I are meeting up in Durango. We haven't seen each other in 3 weeks, so pretty pumped about that. Well, I thought I'd give you a quick run through of my setup for this trip. So I've been completely solo now for several days, and everything's been working fantastic. The Iceco APL 55 fridge, man, that thing, I have gone through a crap ton of dust, and that thing's handled it like a champ. The SHW drawer system in the back also handled the dust like a champ. The new iCamper BDV that I'm rocking, I guess I've slept in it probably 7 nights now, and I absolutely love it. Let me show you inside there. So come on up to my tent with me. But this is it, and there's a lot of room up here. But what I love most about it is I'm using iCamper's inflatable memory foam mattress. This thing is so comfortable. But with this deflated, I'm able to keep like so much stuff up here. I've got a fitted sheet, I've got a top sheet, I've got my quilt, and then I've got my rumple since it's cold. I've got 2 pillows. This one is inflatable. That's my climate pillow, most comfortable pillow ever. But all of this and the ladder goes in this extra large boot bag. It goes in here so nothing in here gets dirty. All of that stores up in here. Oh, and my little light that I got at Expo P&W, that stays in there too. But all of this stuff stays in here. So I don't have to lug a bunch of stuff up into my tent because it's just ready to go. I've just been very happy with this setup. Now, do you need this to do what I'm doing on this trip? Nope. And I'm gonna get into that more later. Is it nice to have? Yes. Do you need it? No. Absolutely not. Well, that's it. It's not even 7:30 yet. It's 7:15, and I've already had breakfast, already, had my morning business. Tent's done, I'm packed, ready to go, and 7:15. I've been waking up stupid early on this trip. I don't know if it's the time change from what I'm used to, or if it's just, I'm by myself. Might as well get up and get going. So I've been rolling out of camp stupid early, which is fine because I am anxious to see what amazing things we see today. I keep saying we. I'm by myself. There's no one else here. So I guess we is you two. Oh, I did look up the name of this reservoir, and I looked it up on Gaia, and it is, well, I don't know if you can read that there, but it's Fuchs reservoir. I'm not saying that on camera. I'm pretty sure it's not pronounced Fuchs. So there you go. That's where I am. Fuchs reservoir. Let's go. I'm curious to see what the trails are going to be like today. Don't know if it's just going to be a whole bunch of, smooth dirt road like this, and if it is, that's fine because the views are incredible. I don't know. That's part of the fun with this, is not knowing and it being a surprise, and that's why I love exploring new places, because if I went back to the Uray area, I've driven those trails many times. I know exactly what to expect. I know where to expect the technical stuff. I know where to expect the photo ops. I know all that, and that's not. It's still beautiful, but it's not as exciting as doing this and being in some place completely brand new, and I don't have a clue what's up here around the bend. Not the foggiest idea, but it just, to me, it makes it more exciting. If that makes sense. Well, I just pulled over on the side of the road for probably 15 to 20 minutes because I got a decent amount of cell signal. And so messaged Kara, sent her some photos, messaged my kids, sent them some photos. Because cell signal in southern Colorado, very difficult to come by. So if you're going to do something like this, just know that. And one thing that you do need, I guess if you don't have loved ones, you probably don't need it, but is some form of satellite communication device. Like, oh my gosh. Hold please. That is gorgeous. Man, you just go around a curve and there's an incredible view. Wow, there's still snow up there. That's crazy. Okay, let's see, what was I saying? Oh yeah, you need some sort of satellite communications device like a Garmin InReach or a Zoleo. We have both. We prefer the Zoleo, but the InReach has been working on this trip, so yay. But, because otherwise, if I had a, vehicle failure, or if I broke a leg hiking or whatever, you'd be hiking a long way to get cell signal to get help. So the Garmin InReach or Zoleo, very, very important to have on trips like this. Here you go. I'm now trail that's much narrower, so more 2-track, still nice and smooth, but oncoming traffic would be a little more of a challenge. Well, this trail's gotten a little more interesting. It's not smooth and graded anymore. Let's talk about the things you don't need for an overlanding trip like this, because there's I get so many topics of conversation from social media, but you always see the comments on Facebook and forums and stuff where they make fun of or they say all the you don't need all that stuff the influencers say you need to have to do this. Well, I know a bunch of YouTubers in this overlanding space, and I don't know a single one of them that ever says you must have this to go overlanding. Like, none of them, unless it's like critical things like some sort of emergency communications device. I think you need that. Do you have to have it? No. You could get stranded and, die of starvation. I mean, you can't. But I don't know anybody that says you have to have stuff, especially things like rooftop tents and fancy cooking gear and all that sort of stuff. That's just stupid. So let's talk about number one, things you don't need to go overlanding like this. First, you don't need a heavily built rig to do this. I have been in 4-wheel drive maybe twice on this whole trip. The only time I ever got into 4-low was on a steep downhill section. No major technical issues. Everything that I've done can be done in a bone stock 4-wheel drive, all-wheel drive with a decent amount of ground clearance. I mean, that's it. I'm not doing anything technical. So you don't need a built Gladiator on 38s to do this. My Gladiator's built the way that it is because I do love the hardcore stuff. I do love it. So I have the option to run hardcore trails when I want to. But for this type of thing, just a stock, 4-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, good ground clearance, decent ground clearance. You don't need like a big lift or anything. So you don't need a heavily built rig for this. I think you do need good tires. Like, I would not take a stock Jeep Wrangler Sport on street tires on a trip like this, because the odds of getting a puncture are pretty good. Definitely not something like a Subaru or RAV4 or some other all-wheel drive vehicle that come with the lower profile street tires. I would not bring those, because in the event that you get the typical afternoon rainstorm, thunderstorm that happens, it's happened every day on this trip. That's just typical in the mountains. And the dirt road turns to mud. You'll be in a world of hurt if you're on street tires like that, or crappy all-terrains that come with a lot of those vehicles. So I do think you need good tires. Well, this is not your typical trail through Colorado. I don't remember ever being on a trail where the trees were this tight against the road and you couldn't see anything. These are some dense aspens. This is the type of trail that if you've got any bolt on your vehicle that could potentially come loose, this is the kind of trail that's going to make it come loose. It'll also make your kidneys sore. Okay, this is much better. Wow, that's not better. I got one up. Ah, dust. Emergency, emergency. Okay, there we go. Whew. I can give my insides a break from rattling around. All right, second thing you don't need to go on an overlanding trip like this, you don't need a rooftop tent. Every place that I have camped so far on this trip has been nice flat ground, so there would have been no issues setting up a ground tent. You don't need it. Is it handy? Yes. Are they stupid expensive? Yes. Is it worth it? Well, that depends on how often you are out and about doing this. If you're out often, then I think it is, because the value of a rooftop tent is just in the simplicity and the speed of the setup. Now, where a rooftop tent is not great is if you're not out very much, and if you're going somewhere to set up base camp and then wheel an area. So then you're setting up, taking down your tent every single day to go run trails and come back to the same camp. That's where a good ground tent comes in. That's where a trailer is fantastic for that type of situation. So is a rooftop tent necessary? No. Do I absolutely love mine because of how often I'm out and how quickly it sets up and takes down? Absolutely. But this could easily have been done with just a basic tent from Walmart, and it would have been just fun. So don't think you need, a built rig and a rooftop tent and stuff like that to be able to do this, because you don't. What a beautiful lake. Oh my gosh, look at this. Normally I would, fly my drone through the lake and through this canyon, but there's too much traffic on it. I got multiple cars behind me, past multiple cars coming this way, so it doesn't work very good. It's too people-y. Beautiful, but people-y. All right, I made it down the mountain on a very rough and not very scenic trail. Airing up now because I hit pavement and I've got to go through Baxterville. I want to be in Creede by lunch. I'm assuming Creede has some really cool place for lunch, and then hit trail again. So that's the plan. Slight change of plans, only in lunch. There was a mountain pizza company that was staring me in the face as I was FaceTiming with Kara in Baxterville, and I couldn't pass it up. It was quite delicious. So got some gas, now heading to Creede, then onto the trails. As I'm making my way to Creede, and it is a gorgeous drive. My gosh. Let's continue the conversation. Another thing that you don't need for these types of overlanding trips are fancy power setups. Now, I love the 200 amp hours worth of power that I have in the back of my Gladiator, that I can just keep everything plugged in. I don't have to worry about it. All my lights are controlled off of it. Yeah, I absolutely love it. Do you need any type of power setup like that? No, of course not. I mean, just a simple, small 500 watt hour power station would be more than enough. And if you don't care about, if you have an ice chest and don't care about running a fridge, you don't even need that. You can just keep your, stuff charged while you're driving, and then you don't have to worry about it overnight. So you don't need the fancy aux batteries or the dual battery setups, that sort of thing, unless you actually have the power needs to justify it, which most people don't. So mark that on the things that you don't need for this type of overlanding trip. Creede is a neat little mountain town, and I don't know why. There's no snow skiing here. There's some good off-roading north of here, so maybe that's why. But there's nothing else nearby really. But it's just a cool little town. I've never actually driven through Creede before, except just on the main road. So thought since I had the time, I'd just drive around. It shouldn't take me very long. Park there. Can't fit there. I love these little mountain towns. Got Kara a little bracelet, and I got it's called a mountain snow cone thing. It's a shaved ice with a blob of vanilla ice cream in it. It's so good. Well, do I look different? I found a shower. There was the San Juan Sports, or I don't know. There's an outdoor store that you could pay $6 to use their shower. That's awesome. All shaved, all clean. That's perfect. I like this town. Now it's time to head to the trails and get dirty again. Let's go see what Stony Pass is all about. But first, holy crap, that cabin is beautiful. Alright, as I'm getting started up what will be Stony Pass, the final thing that you absolutely positively do not need to do this type of overlanding trip is any type of social media account and cameras and drones and all the things. It's kind of a joke that you can't go overlanding without an Instagram account or a YouTube channel, and I realize that's ironic because I have an overlanding YouTube channel. But everyone that I know of, me, all my friends, that are doing this now, we started doing it just because we loved it. We got lucky and got to make something of this. So, you know, you can go overlanding without a single photo taken, or you can definitely go overlanding without a drone or GoPro. Now I get it. You know, this is 2023. Just about everything has some social media niche to it. But is there even a thing that doesn't have a social media niche to it? I mean, cooking does, fashion does. I mean, insert whatever. Woodworking does. I mean, everything does. So, I mean, I get it. It's 2023, but I mean, don't do this just for the social media aspect of it. Do it for you. And again, I know, ironic. I'm on this trip. This is my job now. So, and it's the most amazing job in the world. But I got lucky. 100%, I got lucky. So just, it's not necessary. Just get out and enjoy being in the outdoors. Enjoy the exploration. Enjoy the camping. Just enjoy the experience. So, there you go. Oh my gosh, there's a moose in the water. There's two mooses, whatever. Look. That was awesome to see a mama and a baby moose in the water. I mean, my day is made. I tried to get my Sony camera with the long lens out, but before I could do that, mom and the baby got out of the water and went and hid in the bushes. Whew, that was awesome. Three moose. Three moose. Mooses. 3 moose. Oh my gosh. I could have stayed there taking photos and video all day long. Whew. Day made. That was awesome. I mean, in the hierarchy of wildlife, in Colorado. You got deer at the bottom. Then I think you got the pronghorn antelope. Then you got elk. Then you got moose. And then at the top you got bear. That was awesome. Actually, I forgot bighorn sheep, because there's bighorn sheep here. We've seen them, but they're probably up there with moose. I'd probably put them as a tie. I stopped to air down real quick and just happened to stop in front of this gorgeous Wagoneer. I love that. Nice Jeep, dude. Every time I get asked what's my favorite place and all of our travels, what's my favorite, my answer is always the place we haven't been yet. And this trip has not disappointed. 95% of this trip was brand new territory that I've never been on before, and it has been incredible. I mean, I can't say this is my favorite place now because I've been there now, but it was. Terrain has changed quite a bit, as has the trail. There's not much traffic here, so that's nice. Nice little campsite down there. Always love meeting people on the trail that watch the channel. That was cool. It was nice to meet them. If the campsite I have picked out on that river is taken, I might cry. Because as gorgeous as that is down there, oh, I want to camp on it so bad. Oh my gosh.
by now to see if there's anybody down here at camp. And if it's as epic as I think it's gonna be. Oh. I mean, that's pretty nice. I mean, I think I have to stay here. This is too unbelievable to pass this up. It's a huge campsite too, and you could get a lot of rigs in here. And it's secluded off the main road over there. Oh my gosh. I mean, this is pretty freaking awesome. I just feel like I won the lottery. I just can't believe that this spot was available. I feel like the luckiest overlander alive. Yeah, this is a campsite to remember for sure. I think it's the best one of the whole trip, and I've had some pretty epic ones. Now, I can't say for sure, but I am pretty certain that is a big cat print. Because if that were a dog, or even I mean, it's definitely not a bear, but if that were a dog, you'd see the claw marks in the print, since dogs can't retract their claws and cats can. So I'm pretty sure that's a big cat. Well, I've been sitting here enjoying the sound of the stream, getting some work done. I've got a video exporting. That this video will come out before this video. It's about time for dinner. I'm just gonna have leftover pizza, but I thought I'd try the new awning tonight. If you watched my video about two videos ago, I tried to use it with the poles and everything out on the tent, and I didn't set it up right. At the end of this trip, Kara and I will actually be in Denver, so I'm gonna go by 4x4 Colorado and have them help me move this, since I don't have the stuff. And I just gotta push it out, like I think 4 inches, and it should be perfect. But I love this awning. First of all, it's freestanding. I do put the pole on this side just because I like to make sure it's up above my head over here in the kitchen area. But I mean, it's massive. So much space. I do have the wall kit for it too, so I can fully enclose this if I want to. It does have a little extension pole here to just to help, you know, push rain down. I love that. And it's got a full set of lights in all of the bars. Every bar has LEDs all along it. And I wired that to my aux batteries and to my switch. And so check this out. Look, look, look. I mean, how awesome is that? I have never seen another awning with LEDs on every pole all the way to the ends. So when it gets dark later, I'm gonna turn them on and just to see how much light is under here. I just think that's freaking awesome. How's this for dinner with a view? Wow, check this out. I mean, this is gonna be awesome. Okay, I love it. Absolutely love it. Well, on this note, it's time to go to bed. I'm getting sleepy. It's been a busy day. It's been an incredible day. I hope you have enjoyed this video as much as I have enjoyed making the video today. It's just been great. Tomorrow, obviously, I've got to finish Stony Pass. I never actually made it to Stony Pass, so I've got to finish this trail, go into Silverton, meet Kara in Durango, and then she and I are going on an epic zip line. It's a train ride plus a zip line. They feed you lunch up in the canopy. We're going to do that, and then I don't know. I think we're going to go paddleboard Lake Como. I think we're going to go skydiving again. So we got plans once we get back together tomorrow. So if you would, please subscribe to the channel. You don't want to miss out on that stuff. Help us reach the goal of 100,000 by the end of 2023. If you like what we're doing and you want to follow along on our adventures, get access to special content, special events, all of our GPS data, like this incredible campsite here, check out the Patreon link in the description. And for Ozark Overland Adventures merchandise, go to shopoverlandapparel.com. I'm going to bed now. See you tomorrow. Bye.